chilling with dogs and idiots on that. Like, she don't make no money. I literally thought that was a joke.
Alright, so whoever was married to the girl got pregnant by somebody. And this person, I guess they get a divorce and they lost support. During the divorce person.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just it's hard. We back here on Couch Coach Live. The 2-hour ride it is Couch Coach Live. Ooh, got a little, little feedback going on. Show this decibel level here. Join other than my man LA. LA's what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
Stand by your man Chip Kelly.
Always.
And I got a familiar face back here on Couch Coach Live. Gino. What's going on with Showtime? Showtime season.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Good to be back.
Great. Yeah, it's good to have you back. Hopefully this is a temporary thing. I mean, a permanent thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
I it's like a Des Bryant thing. We had to do a contract renegotiation for you. So I talk. My people talk with your people, and we'll work out some type of negotiation and settlement. For it. Well, we're glad that you.
This ain't treated like DeMarco Murray,
Nah.
Watch that.
Let's fight words around here. Well, as far as for LA is concerned, but yeah, man. So we're back here on the 2-hour ride of this Couch Coach Live on a wonderful July afternoon. Actually, almost 1 year in the books, man.
Wow.
How? Yeah, 1 year on Sunday. Yeah. So.
I gotta keep this going.
Yeah, man. No doubt. So we gotta get started with the starting lineup. Like we said, Greg Hardy suspension was reduced on Friday. The defensive end of the Dallas Cowboys. His suspension was reduced from 10 to 4 games. Was appealed by arbitrator Harold Henderson, which is, I call him the right arm. What did V. Stiviano say about Donald Sterling, the right hand arm man?
Yeah.
Arm man of Roger Goodell. So, I mean, we kind of figured that, in a sense, that was going to happen. I mean, it's just one of those things where, matter of fact, it's funny because I played back the episode that we had was on April the 23rd. And you was talking about the situation and how I said it was going to be reduced because there's no way he did that to appeal the Good Morning America people and, all the people who casually watch the sport and would remember what's going to happen 3 months. And it's just very convenient that 3 months later, this is, this comes up again. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
I think the whole thing with the NFL and the appeal process, I've never seen anybody lose an appeal.
I know.
Never.
It's like it's undefeated.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's a setup that you go ahead and let him appeal the situation. So you reduce his suspension. Now what's gonna happen with Tom Brady when his suspension comes reduced?
And that's why I'm telling you, that's what I think it's trying to set us up for the ultimate. Like, I cannot believe this just happened.
But the crazy thing about the whole situation was, like, they suspended Greg Hardy on the grounds of the player conduct thing.
Yeah.
And so now when they reform the rules, player conduct is 6 games automatically. So how does that go to 4?
Exactly.
Even though, his main ground was that he shouldn't be suspended based off of there was never anything in court. But yet, if you're going to suspend him on the grounds of conduct, then that's what that is. There's no gray area between that.
That's why I say a lot of these cases, like I always say, they are black and white, but for some odd reason we find a gray area. I don't understand why, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they just need to have like a player board to hand out these suspensions and not take it away from Goodell, because, like you said, every time somebody appeals, they win and nothing happens to them. So what's the purpose of even handing out a suspension? You're going to appeal and win anyway.
Exactly, and then it's like it don't make any sense, and it's especially with these guys who are so closely tied with the NFL, like you said, have an outside pool, have an outside member doing these things where they fall back on it, and there's a somewhat of a sense of authenticity when it comes to this versus, okay, of course, I'm gonna, Roger Goodell does this, and it's almost just like like we said, he does this in a sense to not pale in comparison, but to kind of how can I surmise in this way? It's one of those things where it's like he does this to make himself look good, and then later we're not really questioning the validity of it. It's just like we taking it as face value. Okay, his suspension got reduced 6 games, but we really don't. We take the heat off Roger Goodell because we're thinking, well, he came out really staunch and he came out,
exactly.
And then almost like
a reaction of other people.
Yeah, and that's and it's bull.
Yeah, and that's probably why they, go for the appeal. They give them time to look at it and, do some research.
Yeah.
But mostly it's about America's opinion about it and, them acting on it. Just make themselves look good.
And make themselves look good, especially for the, like I say, the Good Morning Americas, Today Show people, the one, the consummate family who drinks milk and get their babies ready for school in the morning.
Roger Goodell's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a very staunch supporter of making sure that his league is ran clean. And I'm just like Jamie Duke said, when you got guys going at 25 miles per hour, some of the football players are semi-retarded. But Jamie Duke said that, man. I have to pull up that clip, and this like this
career backup center who always has so much to say.
Come on, leave Jamie Duke alone, man.
He started a couple games.
He stayed in the big. Dion man and Andre Rison. Once his house burned down.
Between Jamie Dukes and what's that guy's name? Heath Evans and Sean.
I don't like Heath Evans.
Those are the most pointless analysts we have in all of pro football.
Oh yeah. Heath Evans is just like, it's a privilege to play in the National Football League. If you don't do this like this, that is.
He's putting the Patriot way into,
he acts like he was drafted by the Patriots.
I know, exactly. He was only there for like
Did
he win a ring with them?
Yeah, he got one.
Yeah, he got one with the Saints.
He got one with
the Saints. He won one with the Patriots.
Because he was on that team that lost to the Giants.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he got one from there, yeah. Because he was there in 2012?
No, he was there for the 07 team.
Oh, yeah, the one that lost to the Giants. Yeah. And what happened? He ended up leaving, the very next year.
Yeah.
And,
he's just worthless.
Pretty much. And other news, we got to definitely give a shout out to the Team USA. They defeated Germany in 2 overtimes to win the gold at the World University Games. They are led by not primarily, pretty much 99.9% of the Kansas Jayhawks, including Richmond's own, Petersburg's own, Tri-City legend, Frank Mason III. Everybody, that's hey, don't do that.
I didn't say anything.
You're on TV.
I didn't say anything.
You're on TV.
I didn't say anything.
You're on TV.
I said nothing.
Anyway, from the pride of Petersburg High School, led all Team USA 18 points and 9 rebounds. So definitely give a shout out to Team USA at the University Games.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah. Anyway, you're on TV.
I said nothing.
Yeah. All right.
That says it all, man.
Well, anyway, what's up with our boy Dalvin Cook, man? Florida State sophomore running back. He was charged Friday with misdemeanor battery for punching a woman in the face outside of a bar in Tallahassee, Florida. You know what's so funny?
Jesus.
Because Friday, what was I doing Friday? Yes, I got off early Friday. So I'm driving around, and you know how you hear stuff, and it's like, are they still talking about this whole DeAndre Johnson situation? Then it was like sophomore depth. I was like, he did the same thing after just seeing what something happened. I was like, you kidding me? And then
you see Jimbo Fisher ban all his players from bars now.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that in the second hour about that, which is. I think we have a difference of opinion on that.
It gets to the point where you can't walk away. There's something wrong.
And I mean, I don't know. That's my thing. The whole situation with that is just, And it's so funny because it's so funny. I felt like I was in Twilight Zone. I was like, why are we still talking about this like a week later? And then it's like, no, this is Dalvin Cook. I'm like, what? You got to
I mean, but it's the whole Florida State team, man. It's like incident after incident with this whole team. It's like, were they waiting for Bobby Bowden to leave so they could just go nuts? Because it's like the players have free reign now. Like everybody gets in trouble in that university.
And that's my thing. The whole culture down there, which is just to me, I mean, and actually before these, the Dalvin Cooks, the Jameis Winstons, a lot of stuff did happen. But what ended up happening was they were end up covered up.
The Peter Ward situation.
Hello. Shout out to Peter Ward.
So why can't I get a discount like that?
Exactly. Shout out to Peter Ward. Peter Ward was my boy back like about what was he in high school? Yeah, high school.
Yeah.
9th grade. And I remember when
because I was in 10th grade when they played Virginia Tech.
Yeah, we both were 02.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember I had the Virginia Tech stuff gear on. I mean, because it was on sale at A&M for like $10. I mean, I'm on a fan of Virginia Tech, but
it was just watching Michael Vick. I mean, it was just like
Michael Vick was the guy. Yeah, but
that was
then
like a breath of fresh air for college football. It was just like what he did with that team. It was just amazing.
And then when Peter Ward went to the league, and I remember because at the HSHS we used to always rock the jerseys and stuff, and it was cool because everybody was like, "Who can get the exclusive jersey?" And I was like,
the Peter Ward Bengals jersey.
Yes, the number 80. That joint was too sweet. Like, it's funny. Like, I used to do some stunt stuff. Like, I remember I had a Doug Flutie jersey. And everybody was like, "Whoa, where you get that from?" I was like, "Man, JCPenney, dog." But anyway, round up this week's starting lineup. We got to definitely give a shout out to Serena Williams, who defeated Gabine Marzua of Germany. Actually, she was the darling of the Wimbledon, the 20th seed, who pretty much rose out of the concrete jungle of the All England club.
Yeah, every year you get one of those.
Yeah. And she defeated her in straight sets 6-4, 6-4.
Another trophy.
Six Wimbledon title. She's the oldest woman to win a Grand Slam tournament. And she has 21 majors.
She needs like one more to tie Steffi Graf.
One more, and she's gonna be getting that and down the road in Flushing.
What's that? The
U.S. Open.
Yeah, U.S. Open.
And that's one thing I love about the U.S. Open, especially that championship Sunday, the first week of the NFL season. And that's what I'm telling you. I love the U.S. Open. That's one of the things where I watch it during Labor Day weekend. And like, this is the last Sunday without football.
Yeah.
And then
you just like, hurry up, let's get this over with.
and it's just a good view. And then just the whole, the main stadium is in the name of Arthur Ashe. So I think that's extremely cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think Serena was probably going to go down as the best tennis player ever, male or female.
And I think, and my thing is, it's amazing for her in this predicament. I mean, considering the fact you're 33, I mean, you played tennis like almost 18 years ago.
She's 33.
Yeah, but in tennis, it's just like, that's like Michael Jordan playing now at 50.
Yeah, because she started when she was 14.
Yeah, because she started in 1997, what was 18 years ago? Because she won her first Wimbledon in 1999.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, we're getting old, man. But, yeah. And I think it's just amazing and especially now in this culture now, when you look at someone of her body structure to be that type of athletic and to be and for that, because a lot of people it's unfortunate. There's been a lot of body shaming with her as of late, which I'm just like, she's been like that since the beginning. Yeah. I'm like, it's amazing how like now at 33, and she's winning more and she's successful and she's pretty much had a Grand Slam year pretty much as far as the Grand Slam stuff are concerned. That we're making a body shame, because to me it's almost like it's amazing. Like it's almost, and you gonna say something, but I don't care. It's gonna be like LeBron,
man.
It kind of reminds me of LeBron. No. When you look at somebody of his weight,
like an Amazonian.
And that's something. But I understand just as far as their how they are compared physically. LeBron James would probably step foot in a doctor and he say, "Well, you know what, Mr. James, you're morbidly obese due to his size." Come on, man. Let me talk for 2 seconds. Let me finish this argument.
So she's the LeBron James.
You just LeBron Serena.
No, but I'm just saying this. When you look at from a genetic and athletic standpoint, it's amazing what those two are doing. It's almost similar to, because you wouldn't think a guy of 6'8", 250 could have that unparalleled speed and that type of game for his size. I'm not saying anything about greatness or anything. He's just 30 years old. We'll say the conversation when we get a little more gray in our beards. When he get a little older as well. This is just for the standpoint of just physical attributes.
I mean, I give the two of them credit, especially the way that you see a lot of like soft tissue injuries. A lot of time happen in sports, and especially with Serena, like the only thing she's really battled was like maybe a sprained ankle or something like that, but never. You know, I mean, even Tiger Woods tore his ACL, like so stuff like that.
And not to mention, she had an embolism.
Yeah,
and she almost lost her life.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's amazing. I mean, that's why. And I'm not trying to. That's how I just compare them physically. They're two type of individuals.
You want LeBron in that Bulls jersey? I know it. It's okay.
No, he's not. We don't have the cap room for him. You know, we don't. We once upon a time we did have it.
You trade Jimmy Butler for him.
Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that to me. It's dumb. That's just asking bad. Do you want to eat at 7:30 at night? It's dinner time.
You don't trade D Rose?
Would I for LeBron James?
You would?
Without doubt. Yeah, I would.
That's a good thing you're not a GM in the NBA.
Look, and that people in shout out my boy Jerome. We are avid Bull fans. We've been Bulls fans since we were kids, and I remember I was trying to have this aggressive pitch for LeBron, and he's like, man, I'd rather be 0-82 than have LeBron James on my team.
Wow, I gotta meet this guy.
It's like I told him he for us to come on the show. I'm gonna probably try to hit him up again, especially as the season progressed. But I was like, nah, I want to win championships. It's about winning championships. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of winning 50 games and then losing in the second or third round. I want to win the championship.
What you think's gonna happen?
That lost against Milwaukee, right?
No, we beat Milwaukee. We lost to Cleveland. LeBron James.
Okay.
But anyway, we're gonna take a brief time out. We come back. We're gonna do our starting five, and this is Couch Coach Live. Man, look.
I think we had no conversation.
I know, right? Especially in the vulgar sense.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, I don't know. back here on Couch Coach Live. I'm glad you brought up that good point because we're going to be doing a live fantasy football draft. I'll probably be like late in August.
Okay. All right.
We have more details on it as the plans progress, but we will. So this one we do the starting five. The crack research department has gave us 5 questions that we're gonna elaborate on. So the question number 1 and a percentage. Des Bryant plays in week 1. Who want to go first?
10%.
10%.
Nah, I'll give him up to like. I mean, it's almost 50-50. Either he is or he ain't.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Just
Yeah, I would like 10%.
I mean, if he's gone for the season, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I won't cry about it. Hey, fight, stand for your cause, brother.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a Desless meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take Des as long as Brandon Weeds on the playing quarterback. I mean, yeah.
Wasn't he the? No, I'm thinking of Justin Blackman.
Justin Blackman, God. That's a tragedy.
I think he liked the game. He loves the game. So
yeah.
I'll say 70%.
7%.
Yeah.
But when those principles come into play, I mean, it's just like you got to look at what he's dealing with. First of all, him and Demaryius Thomas are both at a standstill because they both set the mark as to what each other's going to get. So if they both are standing firm, they both haven't signed those franchise tags. And the Players Association is going to
for collusion.
Yeah, so
but because John Elway and Stephen Jones went talking, did shop talk when it came to Dez and Demaryius. So you said what percentage?
I said 50-50. It's 50%.
I think it's be 100. I think they're gonna get the deal done.
I mean, they got till what?
Till tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
For both players.
Yeah.
For anybody
that's 15th of July.
Yeah, for every franchise player.
Yeah, but they haven't even signed the tags yet. So
yeah, they haven't even signed the tags.
And I do think they need to take that franchise tag rule out of football. I mean, it's just that's nonsense. Like, you're gonna make me play for a deal that I don't want to sign, and it's essentially a 2-year deal because you could be franchised the next year. Then the third year, that's when the money gets astronomical. So it's no.
Exactly.
And then when you're in the franchise tag, you might as well play with fireworks.
Yeah. JPB.
Anyway. So, question number 2. All right. And this could be a sad moment for you, LA. Let's play some violin music.
I'm not. Hey, listen, man. I haven't signed my tender yet, so.
I thought it was official.
They made a strong pitch, man.
I thought it was official. I thought we announced it 2 weeks ago that you were going back to Philadelphia.
I said they made a nice offer. It's still living there. I got to decide what's best for me and my family.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, DeAndre Jordan. All right, DeAndre Jordan.
I'll send Mark Cuban an apology later.
But so as we all question number 2, will Joel Embiid ever play in the NBA? He was a Sixers first round draft pick in 2014. He will have a second surgery on his right foot and will miss next season as well. So he'll be missing 2 consecutive seasons in a row. So he's in the running to be the Rookie of the Year of the 2016-2017 NBA season.
Wow.
At this point, he's a strong comparison to Greg Oden. It's just like those guys, they hit that growth spurt so fast that their bones never caught up to them. So
he's the best player on the Sixers, right?
Not now. Not now. Jaleel. Actually, no, not even when he got drafted. Because that's funny because even when he got drafted, we knew he was going to miss a year.
Yeah.
So it was just like, well, why even get him in the first place? So that's when, because remember when they had reports that he suffered a setback prior to the draft. I kind of already knew when I heard about it Saturday. I was like, okay, well, it won't a shock.
Yeah, that's just like why you knew the Sixers needed a backcourt player. So you kind of thought they were going to trade down. But when that report came out, you're like, they're taking a big man because you got to replace Embiid for whatever reason. And then they still got Sark, who can, I guess he's coming over this year or next year.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Those overseas cats, I don't know. I'm just like, y'all just need to buy their contract and let them play here.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're gonna do the draft pick, if you're going to draft them, you might as well buy them out their contract that year. Don't just be saving them for what?
Yeah, they call that now the overseas red shirt.
which is dumb. It's
I mean, it's not. It wasn't that dumb in 1994, was it?
I mean, it won't. I mean, times have changed.
When Tony Kukoc was the Croatian sensation.
I mean, a lot of people like what I'm saying. But when you think about when you're a team of that type of nature, where you don't even have an identity.
Yeah.
So it's hard for you to get a. I mean, why would you even get a guy that's not even going to be in your picture?
Talk about raw play, like.
It's like.
And that's what GMs get fired for, that drafting on potential and not the actual player.
Yeah, it's like some Demi Moore and like Patrick Swayze type of thing. It's like,
Yeah, it is what it is.
But it's not going to magically come into a vase.
Yeah.
And if it does, it's probably going to be on your boy Embiid foot. It's going to break on his foot.
How can you have some type of confidence as a GM of the Sixers, knowing you probably be out like 2-3 months later?
My thing is this, call me crazy, I still think they have a plan in place. That's why I think the whole Jahlil Okafor thing happened for that particular reason. I think they knew, okay, well, let's wash our hands with Joel Embiid.
Yeah. We
know this is done, so it's not going to be a situation where it's devastating. It's almost like, it kind of reminds me of almost, it's not the same, but it's similar in nature. Like with Chicago, when Jay Williams got hurt, they immediately look, we got to get Kirk Henry.
Yeah. Because
we know,
Was Ben Gordon there before? Or?
Ben Gordon's over.
After.
He's after. So they knew that, we gotta eat the pick that we had, in your case, Joel Embiid. We gotta eat that. So now we're just gonna move on. We got, a guy that fell into our laps because we definitely think he was gonna come. So, so that was a, perfect situation. So I mean, I think he will play, but I just don't know when.
And also with that, all right, it's standard for the NBA rookie contracts. You get that 2-year contract with a 2-year option. So has his 2 years already started? I mean, what is he doing? Have they paid him yet?
I would assume he's in contract.
Yeah, I don't know because he hasn't played a game. So
I would assume he's still in contract. You would think.
Yeah,
you would think. But then it's like, do you pick up his option after that?
Because you won't.
You won't
No,
because
you're not going to do it.
You're not going to do it because it's like that gives you an opportunity to eat that pick and be like, we messed up.
Give him restrictions on the next contract or the next.
Or like a severance, not severance pay. Almost is like what Chicago did with Eddie Curry.
Yeah, that was like insurance.
Like an insurance policy. They might do an insurance policy, but I would not make that kid a multi-millionaire again. No. Not with 2 knee surgery. Is he 20 yet?
I think he's 21.
21. Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. No, I wouldn't even take that chance. Especially now when you're going into a direction where I think you see. I guess I can kind of see where they're going.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I kind of see there's some pieces that they can build upon now.
But it's like with this whole Joel Embiid, it's almost like the Andrew Bynum situation all over again. Like you traded at the time your franchise player who was Iguodala.
Iguodala.
He was sent him away for Andrew Bynum, anticipating that Andrew Bynum's going to be this difference maker that you have. Then he doesn't play at all because he's got all these setbacks. For Andrew Bynum, basketball wasn't his primary love, so it was just he just wanted the limelight. He got used to being in LA and living that Hollywood lifestyle. So once you moved him out of there,
he won a championship.
Yeah, so he didn't care about anything else after that.
And I don't blame him.
He's out the league now.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. Question number 3: will a woman become an NBA head coach? This is on the heels of Becky Hammon, the Spurs assistant head coach. She was the first female to become a head coach at the Summer League, and unfortunately her Spurs did lose to the New York Knicks in Summer League action in her first game, 78-73 on Sunday. So, we ever have a woman? Will we have a Eddie?
I was about to bring that up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you might try it. It's just going to be horrible in the locker room because there's going to be so many people just not going to listen to a woman. You can't tell me about basketball. Because a lot of men will be like, if you could beat me one-on-one, then I'll listen to you. Because it's going to be so many egos involved. But you're going to have one of those those charismatic owners like a Mark Cuban or somebody who has to defy the odds.
Right.
I see him doing something like that. But other than that, I would say no because it's just, if you would have had a woman head coach by now, it would have probably been Cheryl Miller.
Yeah. Reggie Miller. No, man. Let's not do that tonight.
Yeah, I say, yeah, man. Anything's possible nowadays. You know, they legalize and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think there had to be a woman in college basketball first before they make that jump to the pro.
I think if there is one, it would be Becky Hammond. I think with her, she's going to have so many years under her belt, and she's going to be under a great tutelage and Greg Popovich and that staff. I would only see the Spurs doing this. That's why I would say if it would be her, because I think it's just because I can't see nobody just coming out the street and becoming a coach like most of these guys are now.
I mean, the only other person I would see as far as a woman who would be able to coach in the NBA, eventually I would say Dawn Staley.
Oh yeah, shout out UVA. You know, shout out to her. You know, the coach at USC of the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Eddie Whoopi Goldberg with my uncle Rick Fox. I had to throw a reference like that. Yeah. My uncle Rick Fox from the University of North Carolina. Hey, y'all won a championship, man. Let me gloat for like 2 seconds. Y'all won a championship.
We did we?
Y'all won a championship, man. Like, look, let us be great for like 2 seconds. Y'all got the whole year to gloat. Okay. So, question number 4. Do you agree that J.J. Watt is the best player in the NFL? And this was based on the NFL's top 100 list, which is voted upon the NFL players. He was ranked number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the way Houston justified his salary, they started throwing him in on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to his talent set that he has. And then if you looked at some of his remarks, he said his job right now is a football player. So the only thing he has time to do is to get better, work at his craft, keep his body intact.
Yeah.
And he said, once I'm done playing, then I can have a social life. I mean, and that just is a tribute to the player that he is. Like, to play his position as an inside defensive end in 3-4 technique is, and to rack up 20 sacks. Like, that's something edge pass rushers do.
Yeah.
And it's just,
he's
playing on the inside. Yes. Yeah. And they move him around so much. And it's just like, he fell to the 9th or 11th pick in the draft that year. So,
yeah.
Yeah, they're saying, you know, he's going against guards though, so, and you know, even though he's like the best player, the record doesn't reflect that. I say no.
Well, you mean as far as the Texas record?
Right.
Well, I mean, no offense, but I know my brother Ryan Fitzpatrick.
They put him on offense.
It's a quarterback. Yeah, I know, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's a quarterback.
Like they said, he had more touchdown receptions this year than Andre Johnson did.
That's a tragedy. Yeah.
It was Andre Johnson's fault, though.
Yeah, it ain't his fault, but I mean, it's just when you look at it from that type of standpoint, it's a tragedy. It's a modern tragedy.
Yeah,
it's like Romeo and Juliet.
I don't think it was that modern.
I mean, it's a very ironic twist of fate when you think about it. I mean, you know, I'm channeling my inner English 11. But anyway. Question number 5, and this is a very personal question. Have you ever been involved in an emoji battle? So this goes based on the emoji. I don't know if you guys were paying attention during last week. The whole courtship of DeAndre Jordan between the Clippers and the Mavericks. So they pretty much went on like this little emoji battle, where Chandler Parsons had like a picture of a car, and DeAndre Jordan like going to Dallas, and I mean it's funny. And then I think they had Chris Paul had an emoji about him being on a banana boat. I mean it is hilarious. Like, and then of course the Godfather of the NBA, Kobe Bryant said emoji battle ? So it was So pretty much it was Chandler Parsons tweeted an emoji of a plane indicating that he was going to get a plane to convince Jordan to honor his commitment with the Mavericks. J.J. Redick responded by tweeting an emoji of a car. Blake Griffin then chimed in tweeting emojis of a plane and a helicopter and a car. Chris Paul then tweeted emojis of a banana and a boat. And then Clippers assistant Mike Woodson added an emoji of a man swinging. And Paul Pierce joined in the silliness. He even though he couldn't find to use emojis, so he tweeted out a picture of a rocket ship.
So you couldn't figure it out.
So he did like how like the old school. You know how I remember the old school way of doing like
the arrow.
it was in the shape of a rocket ship.
Stuff like that is when you have millionaires with too much time on their hands.
Yeah, and I remember, and it's so So have you guys ever been in an emoji battle?
No
emoji.
No.
I don't know how to use it. I'm like Paul Pierce.
Unfortunately, no. I mean,
Oh man,
don't get fired. I had an emoji game. I did an emoji game with my at the time with my girlfriend at that particular time.
Okay.
So we just had like a little back and forth emojis and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not getting fired. Okay? I'll leave it like this. But yeah.
I guess that's why formally now.
Huh? No, that's not the reason why formally. No, not that. Not what I was sending her. No. And matter of fact, you might can see the recent one, well, not the recent ones, but the ones I've used the most. And that's a great indication of how you can tell on yourself. But and I mean. It's just so funny because I never really got into emojis until that situation, and I don't do them now. I mean, I just think it's childish. But people then say you're childish, but you use emojis.
Yeah, they throw that word so loosely nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, the emoji thing, it took me a while to get used to that. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm 30 years old.
And then everybody's like, oh, you got it because you don't have a. You don't have an iPhone.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't care. So what if I have an Android? Guess what? When I get a new phone, guess what? My contacts are. I don't lose my contacts. I don't have to when you text me and be like, "Who is this?" I know who this is.
Yeah.
Exactly. It don't even matter because I'm sliding up in your DMs anyway. Who is that quick?
Couch coaching charge, bro.
Anyway, we'll be right back. We'll do a brief timeout. This is Couch Coach Live. Emojis.
That's like that whole.
Back here on Couch Coach Live. But yeah, we're back here. We gotta do our fair or foul. Our first topic of our fair or foul is gotta DeAndre Jordan's Twitter apologies. We talked before we went on break about the emoji bottle that pretty much came from the courtship of DeAndre Jordan. And once upon a time he had a verbal commitment to the Dallas Mavericks, and in the 11th hour he pretty much said, you know what, I want to go back home to LA. So DeAndre Jordan, and I quote, I want to publicly apologize to one of the best owners in the world at M. Cuban, which is Mark Cuban, and the Dallas Mavericks and their fans. I'm humbled by Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban's kindness and understanding. I am so sorry to have a change of heart. And, of course, pretty much Mark Cuban was like, you know what? I don't accept your apology. He pretty much was like, you know what? Let's see. But Cuban, let's see. He also said, when is an apology when you didn't write it yourself? Next. Yeah. End quote. So is it fair or foul for Mark Cuban to be mad at the Twitter apology?
Not at all. I mean, that's what that whole period is about. You have the right to change your mind. I mean, yeah, it's a verbal commitment, but at the same time, you see it in college sports all the time. Somebody can verbally commit in the winter, and then springtime they change their whole mind. I mean, it's like every year this happens to some team. Some team gets hurt at the chance. Like I remember when Carlos Boozer did it to Cleveland, they had their whole pitch. Oh my God,
yeah, they hated him. I mean, how did you deceive Gordon Gunn?
I think it's been recently happening though.
Oh, I mean,
somebody probably has done it.
I mean,
it hasn't been public.
Yeah, because it's all like that's why I don't think that they should announce that. Yeah, we've agreed to terms. You should just
let that period go, and then, like you said, on the 9th announce these deals.
Yeah, but don't do it prior to, because like by that whole thing was you still had 3 days for the Clippers to make a pitch towards them.
Yeah,
and so you put all your eggs in one basket, and then they got crushed because ultimately the star power that the Clippers had to come to the man's house, and supposedly they locked him in his house. And, and you send Chandler Parsons to go recruit
like we
the
said,
Mavericks. No Dirk, no nothing.
No Dirk,
Chandler
Parsons. Nobody in the front office, none of the, you sent Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean, even send somebody, send even some guys, like, I mean, and even with that, I mean, that's my thing. I don't understand, like you said, I don't understand why it's mad, because it's just like we said, high school kids, they will do a verbal commitment today.
Yeah.
And then with Saturday coming February, you get blindsided.
Yeah.
It happens. And then,
The only one I can really think of is like actually following through is Pierre Garçon. He said he was going to the Redskins before he actually signed.
Well, they all do that. Like that in the NFL, I think it's more. You better take that money that's on that table.
Yeah, because there's a sense of urgency versus you can sit on a deal for a day. Like I can say, yeah, I'm going to the Wizards today, and then, the team that I was previously in, they make a pitch in 11 hours, just like what the Clippers did, and convince him to stay. And that's what happens. I mean, then you got to understand, this is a process, and I don't know, maybe not for DeAndre Jordan, but just in general, you got people who have families, their whole lives are going to be awesome. That's why I think I hate when people, especially people that don't really understand the whole scope of sports, they don't look at it from that standpoint of they're humans as well. Like they have the same things that we have to worry about when we have to be confronted with certain situations. Like, how would this affect my family? How would this affect me in the long run? I mean, you just can't make a haste decision. Yeah. And
because he is married, so he had to talk it over with his wife. I mean, and like, how can you get mad at him? You look at the two teams.
Yeah.
Dallas is probably a couple of years away from making the eighth seed.
Exactly.
Whereas the Clippers are
they're there.
Yeah, so
they're there because honestly, if it weren't for Josh Smith hitting all those threes, which he would never ever do that again in his life. Never. And if he do, lightning might strike in like a couple different places.
And then you see the Clippers essentially got better at the position where they needed.
Exactly.
So,
and then you got a guy like a Paul Pierce.
Yeah, you just gotta hope that Paul Pierce can understand his role, because Paul Pierce, that's not his strong suit. Even like he comes in the Wizards, like that wasn't his team. That was John Wall's team. But Paul Pierce always felt the need that he had to take the game-winning shot.
I call game.
Yeah, I mean, even that shot.
Yeah,
it was It was a nice.
He delivered.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but I think he just
didn't count.
like you said. I think he just really realized this is in 2003.
Yeah.
You know, he need to fall back in certain cause. And then they got our boy Lance Stevenson, born ready, the pride of Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln High School. Brooklyn.
Going in the Bronx.
Yeah, but I actually like that though. To me, it got in his head though.
Yeah, it did. Then the whole little smack of the mouth in the Bronx.
The little and then I remember he did the little.
Dramatic in the NBA anyway.
But that's but you need to have that edge though. You need to have an edge, especially when you got a guy like LeBron James, who you can obviously in certain cases you can get into his head. Like Joakim Noah gets in his head, and I love that about Joakim Noah.
Lance Stevenson probably like a bit cerebral as far as like how Dennis Rodman was with his little antics, like the things he used to do.
Yeah, but he just ain't gonna marry himself and have like a million tattoos. I'm just saying. Was that him or was that
it was Rick
Williams married himself? But he dressed up in But he did dress up in a wedding gown.
He did.
Yeah. But so that's my thing about. I mean, I can't really, and then what is he really supposed to do in the grand scheme of things? Like, I mean, he really don't owe you nothing.
Yeah, owe you nothing.
Now, if he signed a deal with you and then he reneged, then it's like, okay, then we need to sit down and talk.
If he did it with the Billy Donovan to Orlando in was that 2000?
Yeah. I mean, I understand y'all might have done a wink deal, but a wink don't mean pen in hand and signature on the contract.
Maybe they winked too many times.
He may have gave him the wink and the gun. You know how Carlton.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what he did, but he obviously pissed him off. But I mean,
but that's Mark Cuban. He's always
dramatic.
Yeah,
he's dramatic about stuff, and I'm like, he actually, you know what?
He's a sort of loser.
Be thankful. You know what? Be thankful because you're gonna pump all that money into him, and he's really not worth it.
That's what same thing I said. Like you giving DeAndre Jordan max contract. This is a guy you can't play in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. Like, shout out to Charles Barkley. I don't know if it's true, but somebody tweeted out that Charles Barkley
I saw that.
He said if you leave DeAndre Jordan in the gym overnight and he can't dunk, you come back the next morning he only scored 6 points. And I heard that, I was like, yo, if that ain't
but
the
it's
truth.
the truth.
It's the truth. That's what I'm saying.
And
that's
so this guy's gonna make
play like Tyson Chandler, like pretty much like the same player, but he
ended up going to Phoenix, But he ended up going to Phoenix. That's I guess what they were trying to, get somebody to replace that. But be thankful because even with that, I'm like, you know what? They give you some more room. They take care of some stuff.
Yeah, that just saved you $20 million a year.
Yeah. Go and get Kevin Durant next year if you can.
Yeah,
In this case, bring Tony Romo for the trip. Don't bring Chandler Parsons. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Your whole courting, everything, all these things happen. Like when we mentioned 2 weeks ago, who we want. You want Meek Mill and you want Beanie Sigel. I want Michael Jordan and Chrisette Michelle. That's how you seal the deal.
Yeah.
You bring people in to
star
make
power,
it's star power. Let her sing to me and give me a hug and give me a little kiss.
But you send Chandler Parsons.
And I'm just gonna be like, okay,
It shows what you care about me.
Yeah, you really love me when you got a guy who signed his deal in the club.
Yeah.
Last year at 12:01.
Yeah, who shouldn't have left Houston?
Who shouldn't have left Houston. But it is what it is. I'm like, bring somebody in there. Bring some star power. Bring me Des Bryant. Bring me somebody who
Mr. Jones.
Well,
Jerry Jones.
Cuban and Jerry Jones.
Oh, not Mr. Jones. And I want me some. But I was gonna play that bit, but I was like, nah. I ain't gonna do that. That's gonna bring the joke downhill. Maybe we'll do that on NFC East preview.
Okay.
It should be on. This will be either tentative of August 11th or August 18th. We'll have the day set soon. But yeah, to me, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, I understand, it hurts, but I mean, you are, like they say, you do have a priority.
Priority?
No, not priority. You have the priority. I don't even know. But you do have the option to change your mind. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Prerogative. I don't
That's
know.
so hard to say.
No, it's not. No. Anyway, so second topic, we're going to talk about Jimbo Fisher. He's actually going to ban his players from being in bars in this outside of Tallahassee, Florida. Is that fair or foul for you guys?
Fair. protect your investments. I mean, you got to keep those kids from
messing themselves.
Yeah,
up.
they hurt themselves. I mean, it's like a couple years ago, many years ago, when Holmgren, when he was in Seattle, and then Seattle had all those the Seahawks had all those run-ins with those nightclubs down in Seattle.
Yeah.
He put a ban on this. No one is to go downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
And they ended up going to the Super Bowl that year. So I mean,
yeah.
you just sometimes you gotta protect yourself from yourself. And if they keep having the same incident repetitive over and over again, where it's male versus female, there's something wrong with that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like this whole. And that's why I'm like, and even if guilty or not, and you're in that, if you're in that type of situation, you already have three examples.
Yeah.
And if you include James Winston, it's like.
Or 4 if you count Carlos Williams.
Oh yeah, I know. And so to me, it's just like, it's good and it's bad. It's like we should have been did this.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where it's just like, are we being reactive or we being proactive? We're being really reactive. I mean, to me, this should have been happened. And then to me, and I always there needs to be a talk anyway. When these kids step front at this university, the president shouldn't be talking to them in July. People who've been in the program for years about this is a privilege.
Yeah.
You tell them when they sign their letter of intent, like, look, this is what I expect of you. This letter that you're signing, this is a privilege for you to play football at our school. And you lay it down the ground rules from there.
Yeah. And the biggest issue is that you're not talking about seniors and juniors. You're talking about underclassmen. Like freshmen and sophomores getting in trouble in bars.
And I'm saying, and that's kind of like common sense. They shouldn't even be in bars in the first place.
That's an age or
but like you said, who like we're gonna go back 2 years. James Winston's a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
We already know he's this awesome freshman guy that's he's pretty much painting the town red in Tallahassee. He comes to my club. Okay, it's James Winston.
Yeah.
I mean, you want some crab legs and baller service?
But I think like the University of Miami started that whole college celebrity status.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Uncle Luke. What's your favorite Thursday?
But like they're the ones who started that whole thing where like the kids became bigger than the university.
Yeah,
but just like I said, you don't see the seniors and the juniors getting in trouble. So those are the ones that are able to go to the bar? Why is it that the kids are going to the bar?
Yeah, because like you said, it's that celebrity culture.
I think the Florida culture, period. Like the state of Florida in general.
Oh yeah, it's
you heard about from middle school sometimes. Like,
those guys, they're courted very heavily. These guys are coming out of middle school and are superstars, and some, especially in that circuit of Florida. And then and I think it's probably more prevalent in the state of Florida than it is in everywhere else. But I think there's still those problems here and there. I mean, you're not gonna. Most cities aren't gonna. Isn't. I wouldn't say progressive or more like conducive of a.
But you don't hear these issues in USC.
Exactly, that's Los Angeles, and they're actually the pro team.
Yeah.
When you look at USC is actually pretty much their closest NFL franchise.
Yes.
Until
even though it's a private university, that's the only thing that.
Yeah, but even with that,
Miami was a private university.
Yeah. And and even you had the Dolphins. Even with that, you had the Dolphins, and at that time, yeah. But I think, like you said, this Florida is the nightlife, and I always say with these kids, especially at their age, I always had a party come to me. I mean, if I'm a 19-year-old blue chip kid, and I want to have some friends over. You know what? Everybody come to my house. Get one of my homeboys have a little wicker basket. Ladies, put your cell phones. Fellas, put your cell phones in a bucket. Let him.
But you can't tell people that nowadays. You got to drop your cell phone off.
There's no way. No.
Because somebody's waiting for that next TMZ moment.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna have me like Michael Phelps now.
Yeah.
I'm a scholarship athlete. I'm I'm
Yeah,
I'm a 5-star athlete at Florida State University. You are not taking a picture of me doing something illegal. No, you put your cell phone in there, boo, or whatever they call the girls now, babe, or whatever.
I think, they're going to appreciate it later on. Jimbo Fisher is showing that he cares about
Oh, yeah, no question. Yeah, this not a situation
like,
where...
being a father figure, you like, hey,
oh, yeah, he's saving their lives.
But it's also, he's saving his job because that's the second...
He's saving his job.
How many times does that university have a blackout because of what their players are doing? It's like, you don't hear about the basketball team doing that. It's only the football team. And granted, there are more players on the football team, so you got a greater chance of somebody getting in trouble. But
still... It feeds, like we said, it feeds to that ego that is associated with that program. Like we said off air, how Florida State have for years have been in situations where they covered up a lot of stuff, according to a lot of people saying in their areas. A lot of cover-ups. And now it just ran its ugly head, and now we're getting to a point where it's catching up with them. Now with the video surveillance of DeAndre Johnson incident, and now it's like once we see somebody from Florida State allegedly hit somebody, we're gonna run with that and as if it's the gospel, as if it happened. And like you said, it's here to save his job because Jimbo Fisher's honestly, if he wasn't winning like he's winning, if he's just a run-of-the-mill coach, an 8-14 that's going to the
Gator Bowl,
or the Kangara Feed Hunger Bowl in San Francisco, or the Emerald Peanut Bowl, he would be out the door. He would be out the door. And that's why it's like you said, he's trying to save himself.
Is that an actual bowl? It's just
yeah, it's Emerald. It's in San Francisco. It's in San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Emerald. It's like they have like almonds and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like the day after Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Cause I think Virginia Tech went a year or two ago. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so I mean, he's more so doing this to save himself. And then with those things, it's just like, and you would think these kids should, I mean, I wouldn't say these kids should know better, but there should be rules in place already from the jump. So that's why I really think this is very foul. So I'm just like, he's doing this to save his butt.
Yeah.
Because and there should be, and that's why I think maybe it's just, like we said, maybe other institutions are doing what we're saying other teams are doing. Because, I mean, it's the common sense approach. I mean, you got a bunch of 18, 19-year-old kids that are away from home and away from their comfort level. Of course, they're going to want to seek how can I say this, almost like a respite of what's going on in their world. So why not go to a bar? I'm one of the best guys in the country. Of course, the bouncer's going to let me in. He knows who I am. I could be 18 years old, and he get the VIP treatment. They give him bottle service. He ain't supposed to be drinking.
Yeah, because you're not going to tell him, like, he's in the VIP section, you're going to tell him what? You got to leave? Like,
but that's what's going to happen now. The way the social media is, man, they kicked me out of the club. VIP up in Saltwater, Florida. Man, y'all better boycott that place. And they like, man, that's whack. We ain't gonna never go to that club again. And then your club is shut down.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably goes to the program as well. Like, see how, recruiting, like, and not every school's gonna be like BYU, strict.
And even with that, and even with BYU, you can get a little bit of trouble in certain cases.
Brandon Davis.
With his little girlfriend. He did the non-Russell Wilson. Yo, you're on TV, dog. That is hilarious. Like, he just looked like, are you serious? Yo, that's so funny. Yo,
just hearing that dude's name.
When we watch this playback, it's gonna be hilarious. Like, the look on your face is like, really, dude? Really? You brought that name up? This is supposed to be a RW free show, but anyway. So we're gonna take a brief time out, and we're gonna continue our summer State of the Union. We're gonna talk about in honor of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game tonight. We're gonna talk about improvements that should be made in the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball All-Star Games. This is Couch Coach Live. We'll be right back.
I fucking hate Russell Wilson.
Girl's a good girl.
Yeah. We back here on Couch Coach Live. Into our summer series, the Summer State of the Union, where we're going to do improvements of All-Star games in the NBA, NHL, not NHL, but the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball. And this comes on the heels of where the night of the Major League Baseball All-Star game is actually probably taking place as we speak here on Couch Coach Live tonight. So, I think, so first off, which one do you think between the three has the best All-Star game?
I'll say Major League Baseball is more competitive for what's at stake. You know, the winner of whatever league wins the All-Star game, that league has home field advantage for the World Series. So I think from a competitive aspect, that's the better one. The NBA is probably more entertaining, but It's just a pickup game.
Yeah.
The
No
NFL,
defense.
the NFL is pointless because of the rules that set up. There's like no contact, no, you can't do anything, you can't blitz.
not fun.
But they're all star. The Pro Bowl makes more sense because it's an end of the year reward. So you see how like some teams, some people, they have a crappy first half of the year. Then towards the second half of the season, they tear the league up. Like I remember some years back, Jerry Stackhouse was like that. Like after the All-Star break, he was averaging like 35, 36 points a game. It was like phenomenal. But he didn't get recognized as an All-Star because it happened in the second half of the year.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I like, said the NBA is way more insane. It's like a whole weekend of action, and as far as news and it's like final trades going down before they head into the second half of the season.
Yeah.
And you said what would they do to add, like to make more?
We'll do that in a second. I just want to see what's your thoughts on the best one.
I get excited over the home run derby. Like
to an extent,
cool.
that was kind of cool last night.
Yeah.
I like how they got the seedings. I kind of thought that was kind of cool, like because we all like brackets. It don't matter what time of year.
Yeah,
brackets are always fun.
On steroids when they hit the ball to the next stadium.
Yeah,
they just be in the parking lot somewhere.
I think I think pretty much more so NBA. I like NBA's the most because I think it's just especially
this like.
Yeah, and just the whole pageantry of it all. Like you had pretty much your best players. You have up and coming players going against each other. In that sense, the weekend, the NFL, the Pro Bowl. I used to like it. My favorite one of all time was the one they had in Miami. That was the year when the Colts and the Saints played, and I loved how it was because it got me so hyped for the Super Bowl. That's the only caveat I really like about Pro Bowl because it kind of gets me excited and gets me ready for the Super Bowl. Yeah. It's like an appetizer to the main meal, to your main course.
I was thinking like you think the NFL should like add like for like the rookie players that done good that don't make it to the Pro Bowl, have like a little All-Star game for them.
They should.
They should. I mean, I think that would be a good idea. The only I like the NFL one. I don't like it now of how these guys pick teams. I think it's stupid. Yeah. I think it's like it's retarded. I like how even though I know this won't happen, I think what made me so hype about it was you seen Drew Brees representing the NFC. He's fresh off the plane, and you see Peyton Manning from the AFC, and they coming together. Yeah. It's almost like it reminds me of like it was kind of reminding me like a title fight. Yeah. This is almost like how it kind of reminded me of like Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And then next is gonna be Drago and Rocky. Yeah. Like it got me ready because like, oh man, Peyton Manning's fresh off the plane. Drew Brees fresh off the plane. They coming together, and it's like this is gonna be the last time they see each other at the Super Bowl. I was like, this is so cool. That's why I'm a fan of them having the Pro Bowl in the Super Bowl city.
Yeah,
I love that. And logistically, it makes a whole lot of sense. And I like that, and then plus, and it gives a good chance to showcase a lot of players that didn't make it. And the only thing I don't like about that format too is a lot of people are going to make the Pro Bowl that don't deserve it. Yeah. Like back to like your boy. No.
No, before he got All-Star, I mean, he didn't really earn it. Like he got
put you in the corner. Put you in the corner like 10 minutes.
The one thing I hate is when people. Yeah. I don't want to play this week. Like, because you see a lot of times people who they know it's a contract year, so I'm going to sit this game on out because I don't want to get hurt because I know I got this contract to come up. And it's just like you look at so many people who get opted and they just opt out, like the teams that make the Super Bowl. Obviously, they're on the best teams, even have the most player represented, but they can't. Like, why even vote them in there? Like,
and then to me, I would even say if they do, everybody, they come, like pause. They arrived that Sunday. Everybody. Yeah. That's why I hate now. And everybody arrived that Sunday. You guys, if you're in the NFC, AFC, you guys have your NFC coach or whatever NFC representative. Y'all come and y'all be a part of the coin toss. Yeah. Give us that matchup. I want to see like if say for instance if we'll just do hypothetical. Seattle and New England played. You had Richard Sherman, and Tom Brady shaking hands or whatever, something like that. Kind of like give me some type of aggressive like look, as if like it's almost like it's like the press conference before the fight.
Yeah, right.
Like something like that it builds it up. I mean, I want you guys to arrive, and I want you to still get the credit of you being a Pro Bowler because you're gonna have guys like, I'm sorry to say this, but Antonio Cromartie, who makes it every year from the AFC because I mean, I know you got to feed his 9 kids with that $400,000 check you're gonna get, but that's what I wanted to be that way.
And I think with the NFL, I think they do need to have some more like some fanfare events, like. Because all you see is that boring game. Like, have something set up like a 40-yard dash. Like, see who's the fastest. Like do something like with the combine events. Like, who's the strongest person.
Because I would love to see some guys who, and then like trash talking, be like, I'm the fastest player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Prove it. Find out. Prove it. 40-yard dash.
When Darryl Green used to win it every year.
Yeah. Yep.
Between Darryl Green and Allen Rawson.
Yep.
Oh, man, when D'Angelo Hall won it. Like, that man could not stop talking. Like, this guy, he already talked trash, but this
that's another one of his pet peeves.
Only when he plays Jay Cutler, that's the only time D'Angelo Hall does it.
he alright.
He's a gambler.
At times he be holding Dez a little bit. I mean, he do the best he can.
Okay.
What? What you want him to do? You want him to be like Darryl Reeves? You want to put? He can't be on no Allen. He's from Northern Virginia.
Put him on.
I mean, he's from the 757.
On Maxwell Island.
I mean, come on, man. but the Major League Baseball, I like what they do. They have a great product. I think what they're doing is good. Like, and the whole home field advance thing is cool. Yeah. I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. Because to me, if I played 162 games, I work hard every day to ensure that I'm gonna have the best record and have the have field advantage. I shouldn't go down to a game in July.
I mean, but it makes sense. Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, the NBA should definitely do that because, like, you get home court throughout the playoffs. So I mean,
but then in the finals, but you work the whole entire season to get to the NBA Finals and have a home game in Game 7. You gotta think about it. This is like a Golden State. Golden State 65-17. Cleveland, I forgot what their record was. Who cares?
Yeah.
But just say, for instance, the West won and the East won on some bull stuff, and Cleveland gets a chance to have Game 7 at home. That team that's lost 15, that's won 15 less games than Golden State.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's your job to win. So if you're if you're in the finals, this team has home court advantage. Your job is to stop them from getting home court advantage.
But in the words of Herm Edwards, hello, you played to win the game.
I mean, but you do. So, but that just get. I mean, it's gonna be a double-edged sword.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. But when you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, if I work my butt off all year, something that I can control versus I can't control what other people, especially because you might got a guy that plays for Detroit that ain't going nowhere fast.
But also with the NBA, what they do is they place their home court against seeding or record. Because I remember one year, I think it's 2006, 2005, Denver had the 3rd seed, but yet they had the Clippers had the home court advantage because they had the better record.
But you're not gonna have that type of predicament if it's East and West. You might have that, but if a team, especially and win disparity of like 15, almost 20 games, that ain't fair. Like if I don't win 6-7 games, you mean to tell me if I have to go to a game 7 NBA Finals, I have to play that on the road? I won 65 games. I won almost 80% of my games. And you gonna tell me in the last game I'm playing, you mean to tell me I gotta play in Cleveland, Ohio?
But
a team that don't win 51 games?
But if you're that much of a superior team, then you shouldn't be in that predicament of playing a game 7.
I love how you're playing devil's advocate. Because sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens that way.
But the only reason, like I said, it's just it would make the All-Star game be more competitive because you get tired of seeing that Olay defense. I mean, as exciting as it is, I don't want to see 60 wide open dunks again.
I don't know because your boy Russell went off. My boy Russell went off. My little nephew out of UCLA.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like it's exciting because that's what the people want to see.
That's what you want to do.
A non-glorified dunk contest. You see all these tricks out the bag in the All-Star game, but don't nobody want to do it in the slam dunk contest when they need you.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I said no names.
No, you be making subliminal shots, and it's like subtweeting.
I said no names.
He said no names.
But the hit dog just hollered.
It's like when Suge Knight said, if you want somebody that's in your videos, yo, it's what this reminds me of. Like, I'm telling you, man, that's all that is. But, man, you know what? But I think, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that whole. Baseball's a little different because it's easier for you to win on the road in baseball than it is in basketball and other sports. So to me to have that's a horrible disadvantage. And I understand, you may not get to it's your fault to get to a game 7, but you don't want to be in that predicament. I mean,
just makes you look like, so if you get picked for an All-Star game, that makes every game that you play that much more important because you're not going to want to lay down. The only problem I do have with baseball is the rule structure for those All-Star games. So you pick all these starting pitchers, and then you have to play everybody. So if somebody, once you pull that one pitcher, that's it. He can't go back in the game. And we saw that like some years ago when there was like 23 innings or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they had no more pitchers.
Yeah. And my thing with that is, though, even with, like you said like that, it's hard to make it.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, he said 23.
What was it? A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my thing with this, though, is the basketball thing. It's easier for you to control if you're on a team. Like Golden State, we know we come in training camp, we want to win games so we can have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, including the NBA Finals. But if I'm on a team now with a Russell Westbrook who might have a different agenda, I mean, it's different. You don't have that team type mentality anymore. You just have a guy. You don't have Clay or you don't have Draymond on the team that has the same values as you. So to me, I hate that idea. And if that happens, I'll be pissed. If I'm in a game 7 and I gotta go on the road and I done won 6-7 games, I'll be pissed off. Extremely pissed off.
You got that one.
I'm just saying, man, it's the truth. But what we're gonna take a brief time out. When we come back, we're gonna do a little research. We're gonna talk about our boy Aaron Cromer. want to kill his neighbors, and also C.J. Wilson and your favorite person in the world is experiencing nightmares of epic proportions. So just hang on tight, LA. I'm so sorry, but this is what we gotta do, man. Let's pay some bills. We'll be back here on Couch Coach Live. This man said he has nightmares.
Fuck the broad.
We back here on Couch Close Live. Yeah, you no, I don't know if you guys watched the Super Bowl preview, like Super Bowl highlights of the Giants and the Broncos. Super Bowl in, what is it, 87?
Yeah.
87, yeah. The intro there, I was like,
Yeah,
man, I like
even
that.
born.
Wow. Wow.
I was what the old people say in the sky somewhere.
Yeah. It was a creation you were thought about.
You wasn't even thought of yet.
You wasn't even thought of yet. So speaking of that, first off, this is the reserves. Pretty much is a some story that you'll see in the sports page that'll probably be found on your back page or the middle part of your sports page. Not definitely not front page news. But we'll start off in the NFL. Aaron Cromer fights a young man. The Bills' offensive line coach was arrested for assault and battery. This arrest stems from an incident with a neighbor child, and he threatened to kill the boy's family in the process. And of course, he's been placed on administrative leave at this point. So
Over some beach chairs.
over some beach chairs, in the summer. I'm like, you know what? This is crazy.
I don't know what to say.
It's just like you don't want to condone it, but you also don't know what that little boy did because it's three sides to every story.
It's the he said, she said, and the truth.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be looked at because he's an adult. He
Yeah.
should've I was like,
Chris Brown
but these,
and Rihanna situation?
yeah, but these kids nowadays.
Nah. I think somebody. Unless a boy from the Allens.
The whole situation could have been avoided. All you got to do is send Papa Peterson over there.
Put him in the woodshed. It was funny. I was watching Andy Griffin the other night, and they were trying to discipline the boys. Like, yeah, we're gonna put you in the woodshed. Like, I got a woodshed up back. I'm like, what? I was like, Roger Goodell, do you hear this? He said he's gonna put a child in the woodshed.
It's 4 games.
He was like, no, Paul. No, Paul.
10-game suspension. We'll appeal it. You get 2.
I know, it's so funny. I was like, what would Adrian Peterson do?
Probably look at his chart. Yeah.
That's how we get down. But yeah, that was some good TV. I'm telling you, I watch it every Wednesday night when I'm
You know
home.
what? I think I saw that on Facebook. You put that or something.
It's a Wednesday night ritual for me. I think I might do that. No, I'm supposed to be going to. I might check out Ben Wallace Summer League tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to go out there the next couple of weeks.
Was it the U-turn?
It's
Wallace
at Jim Wallace Gym, yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I didn't think they were still doing that anymore.
Yeah, they still do it. I used to go there just to catch
How old is Ben Wallace now?
40 something, 40 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I always like to go there and check on some of the guys from University of Richmond, like Trey Davis and I think Trey Davis is the only one that really plays. I don't know if he played this year or not, but out of Benedict team by way of Henrico High School.
Yeah, wasn't that Justin Harper played in that 1 year?
Yeah. My nephew Justin Harper from Meadowbrook. Man, look, leave these local dudes alone.
Man, say nothing.
I know. I'm just saying. Look, your body language
I went to Meadowbrook.
insinuates. I know you're doing your research. You're doing your research. You just, I mean, it's okay, man. It's okay. C.J. Wilson was released from the hospital. C.J. Wilson, the Bucks cornerback, was released. He lost 2 fingers due to a firework incident, and we all knew that Jason Pierre-Paul went home as well today after his right index finger was amputated due to firework. Come on. Yo, man.
His fingers.
Let me do this read, dog. Like, yo, you make me feel so bad because I'm laughing.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. It's amputated. Finito.
And he didn't want to tell the Giants officials.
Yeah, they barricaded him. Like, his family barricaded him from the Giants. Like, no, you ain't coming in here. And I'm like, they would have noticed when he signed the contract.
That was right in the hand, too?
Or he put his hand in the dirt.
Stop. Man, I'm telling you, they are going in on Facebook for this man. I'll be like,
So
yo.
now he's going to have to go to a 3-14. Can't put his hand in the dirt.
He stand up.
Yes, there you go. Stand up Russia.
Oh my gosh. Man, y'all can't, man.
Can you catch a ball with
He might can. It won't be no OBJ
You said it was
catches.
the pinky, right?
No,
Index.
Index.
So there won't be any OBJ can you?
I sure hope they don't win a ring. Boom. Now at your local Funny Bone on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't forget to tip your bartender.
That was harsh. That was so harsh.
Stop, man. Y'all see know what it is y'all fueled this. I'm telling you, I was like I do my hosting duties. I go through the read as you know. I go through the read and then I just gotta go to the 3-4. Then you gotta put it in. Come on, and then I have to come back with something like, well, I hope they don't win a ring this year.
Don't worry about it. Give him a thumbs up.
Like, this one's for JPP. Like, this one's for John. Like, remember Ted Bowling was like, this one's for John.
Are they going to pass out, like, foam fingers in New York with it halfway there?
Oh, man, look. That's why I'm not going to stay away. I'm not going to do no fireworks. If anybody do some fireworks, I'm going to run.
Actually, I seen the guy, his pinky was removed. He removed the knuckle, too.
Oh.
It was just these hands.
Oh.
Like, how, people draw cartoons.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, it's just, like this. It's
I
crazy.
can't, no.
Like, he had the knuckle removed, too.
Oh, my gosh. That just made me be like, I'm staying away from anything. I don't even think I'm going to grill no more. Because we already made a comment about Hannah Storm, too. Like, I don't do propane no more.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
No
we talking, huh?
No propane.
No, I'm doing charcoal and then I'm running.
I'm
running like Charlamagne. Thanks to that
really like the little lighter.
I usually know what I used to do. Like we talked about it last week. I would do with the newspaper, and then just be like, and do it like you. That'd be the quickest you ever see me with my hands. That's like quicker than a punch.
Like Mayweather hands be.
Yeah. Like shoot. I try to do it manly. I try, but then when that wind come, man, I just forget it. I'm like, I run. But anyway, so yeah, definitely. So this is I'm gonna piss LA off news portion of the night.
So we add this to a segment of the show now.
This is the violin version of the modern day athlete. So according to CBS Sports and according to other sources, LeBron James went on Bleacher Report Radio this week, in a rare appearance for LeBron James. And the Cavalier star admits that he's still not over last month's loss to the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, and that he admits that he has nightmares about certain plays and certain things that happened during the course of the game. And that he admits that he really seriously needs to get over it due to the fact of, because he doesn't want that energy, as far as he don't want to be a negative around his children.
So that's like about a
Dude,
pound.
I was saying, like, do they pick on LeBron James' kids just because he lost in the finals?
No, I think it's just one of those things where my thing with this is, like we said in the break, he kind of brings it on to himself. First of all, like to me, this is a story. Like we talked about the whole Tristan Thompson signing and all. I'm not going to sign unless Tristan gets on the dotted line first. This is stuff that shouldn't have to be reported. Like I shouldn't have, a guy like Brian Windhorst shouldn't be reporting a story like this in second week or third day in July.
Yeah.
During a moratorium period. This shouldn't be, you're doing this because you're putting this out there. Like you say, if it's just like you said, go through the motions and be very quiet about what your intentions is. But he throws that out. That's why you see a guy like Brian Windhorst and the Chris Broussards, the kids, confidants when it comes to the media. It's two guys who I think he really, really genuinely likes. I think he really cares for them, outside of the professional realm. But he, in a sense, he brings that on to himself. And you really can't, and I'm not trying to, be devil's advocate or take your side, but he does do that. Like, he puts stuff out there where it's just like, there's really no need, per se, to even say that. Because to me, okay, you have nightmares, you're 30.
Yeah. You're not the first player to lose a final series. You've lost 4 of them now. You should be used to losing in the finals. So why is this one so traumatic for
hurts.
you? You got swept in the finals before.
And he said, "Well, that one don't count." But like, actually, this team that he had this year was better than the 07 was a better team than the one now.
You were up 2-1. You lost. That's on you.
Yeah.
So, like you said, all of this, I don't want to bring this energy around my kids. Like stop. Like let's like a pound of Oscar Mayer. It's just all baloney. It's terrible. No, because that's not gonna stop you from you got a movie coming out this week. You made a little cameo appearance in 2 movies this summer. So
I think that's gonna be kind of funny.
Yeah, train wreck. Yeah, that's.
I think it's gonna be funny. Like no, look, don't do that. Do not do that. Don't play like that. I'm just saying. At this thing is his role seems like he's gonna be a very funny character in there. I'm not saying I'm going to go and see it.
I think he probably hyped it up because of the city of Cleveland. That's why it's.
But he's lost in Cleveland before.
And he's lost. I mean, and my thing is just he's gonna lose.
Probably felt like this year was the year.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
But to me, it's just like he's adding on more than it need to be. And I mean, I understand everybody's haunted by losing. This isn't a situation where, I mean, it's human nature. I expect that he should he should feel a certain way of losing because, I mean, he's in your competitive nature. You ought to feel that way. But why make this public? Yeah. Why even go on the radio show and say that type of stuff?
Does Karl Malone feel haunted about an NBA final? He lost 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and last one was a damn nightmare.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't hear that stuff from these other players. That's why I'm like, they put LeBron on his pedestal, but he doesn't have the same attitude like some of the NBA legends do. He's gonna become an NBA legend by default. That's just point blank. He just didn't have that instinct as far as the rest of them did. Like, you look at the John Stocktons, the Dominique Wilkins, the Karl Malones, the Barkleys, all those guys, the Patrick Ewings, all those guys that didn't win. They never bring that up. Yeah, this haunted my career that I never won. Yeah. Like, they don't say that stuff because as a man, you don't want to acknowledge that. Like, yeah, you keep that stuff deep down inside. You put that in a tell-all book after you retire from basketball.
Or have a Charles Barkley approach. Or do a Charles Barkley approach. I'm from Leeds, Alabama. I know I might stutter, I might walk around with a limp, but guess what? I come home to a big bed at night.
Yeah, so...
And I'm Charles Barkley, and I eat donuts.
See, but like LeBron, he picks and chooses when he wants to be arrogant about it. Like, after they lost, he was still got 2 rings.
2 rings.
Like, then a couple of years ago when they lost that first series in Miami, I might have lost, but I still wake up rich. You got to live your life every day.
Yeah,
why have that attitude?
Your life, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you want people to feel sorry for you because you lost this go around. Like, you can't have it both ways.
You want to play the human angle when it's convenient for you.
Yeah. He get up there in Russell Wilson category.
He's taking the Charles Barkley approach?
No, I said he needs to take the Charles Barkley approach. Because Charles Barkley, I mean, he's definitely had a lot of heartache in his life. I mean, playing for Philly. I'm sorry.
Philly, Phoenix.
Hey,
what? I mean, Hershey, like you said, the best player was Hershey Hawkins and Jeff Hornacek.
He be saying stuff for attention too.
No, he's right though. No, the thing about with Charles, his delivery, yes. But he said some really truthful stuff, and it's like, I mean, how can I win with Hershey Hawkins and Jeff Hornacek?
Yeah, just like he tell kids, like, Kenny, you're not a 2-time champion. Hakeem Olajuwon, the Drexler, 2-time champion. You was just there.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been the sidekick your whole life, even when you was in North Carolina. Like, and it's true, Kenny Smith never played like a prominent role on that little team.
And all you do is talk about your brother Vincent.
Yeah.
Yo, that is so funny, man. Like, yo, I be tripping over that, man. It's just a trip. In other NBA news, the Spurs did resign my nephew, Gerald Green.
Gerald Green.
Huh?
Danny Green.
Gerald Green's
my nephew.
Gerald Green. I get those two confused. Perry Jones III is hopefully he's gonna have a resurrection in Boston.
Okay.
He got traded to the Celtics today.
Didn't hear that.
Finally, I hope this helps him.
Yeah.
Like, Because I don't. It kind of makes you think like, is he that bad? Like
I think he's just overshadowed playing behind Durant. They're like so similar that you can't take Durant out to help develop him. It's just one of those things. Like you saw, it would have been, but Durant's going to play 40 minutes a game.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, per.
He just got caught up in the shuffle because of the rotation that they have.
And you know what's so funny? Because I remember when he landed there, and I was thinking like that's to be a perfect spot for him, but it actually ended up being to his detriment.
Yeah.
Which and it's funny to think because I remember at one time he was going to be projected as a number one pick.
Yeah.
Going into that year. And I was like, God, he went to OKC. Like, he's in a perfect landing spot. Like, at least he didn't land in Sacramento.
The thing about it is with Perry Jones, like, you can't sacrifice Durant. I mean, because even though as bad as Durant is on the defensive side of the ball,
you can't
put both of them on the court at the same time because if Ibaka or you need a big guy somewhere down the line that's going to do something to protect the rim. But the surprise move I thought was the Enes Kanter resigning.
Yeah.
4 years, $70 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because who had the other? Was it Toronto? Oh, no, it was who had the other deal with him? Portland.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, Portland got burnt again.
Like, man, they got everybody's gone. Aflalo, Wesley.
Yeah.
LA.
Nick Batum, little Michael Jackson.
Lopez.
They got Jerry Henderson.
The father. The father from the university from VCU.
No, Duke.
No, I'm talking about his dad.
Yeah, I know his dad.
Yeah.
Huguenot High School.
Yeah, Huguenot. Yeah, the Falcons. Yeah.
We're talking about the good guy from Duke.
Huh? Yeah, we're talking about his son.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
Remember, that's more good free agents out there.
Norris Cole is
He
in
going to
Philly.
He going to Philly. Bringing that high top fade.
Yeah, just cut that off. But yeah, I most remember back to the Gerald Henderson thing. That's the guy that broke that Tyler Hansborough nose.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a good. That was a good screensaver for about a good 2 years for me.
Well, it was okay. But I think that's the same year that we won. I forgot we played a basketball game in was it in Detroit, Michigan, and did we go on like a 10-foot ladder and cut some net with some scissors on a Werner ladder, and Greg Gumbel was like one shining moment. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. We won a national championship that year.
Enough of the past, man.
Okay. We did have one. We did have one shining moment. That's right. We did go on a ladder and cut some little white net that's at the bottom of a rim. Okay.
You know the little championship team UNC had with Hansborough and all those guys?
Yeah.
There's only two guys that were successful. It is successful now in the NBA. Ty Lawson and Danny Green.
Not Mr. DUI Ty Lawson.
Actually, he was arrested actually last night.
Last night.
For suspicion of DUI. And actually, Tyler Hansborough I wouldn't say he's a success in the league, but he's a junkyard dog. He's a dog in the league. You admit that.
Not a star.
Admit that. To a man, you can admit he's a solid NBA player.
He's about as solid player as Luke Walton was on the Lakers championship run.
Come on. You come on for the Celtics.
No, Luke Walton.
Oh, Luke Walton. Come on, man. No, he's not, man. Man, look, Tyler tough, man. I don't care what nobody say. Tyler tough, man. Tyler better than Christian Laettner.
Tyler Lawson need to get out of Denver, man. That's probably what it is.
He said he need to get out of Denver. Well, he gonna be getting out of Denver because Moutier is there. So
yeah, and they re-signed Jermaine Nelson.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be good as gone. We got about 4 minutes left. Any final words, fellas?
We just getting one more week closer to
football. Yeah, we 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. The Washington Redskins will be checking into their downtown hideout.
Did they choose a Hard Knocks team?
It's Houston, and they'll be here August the 4th because we have a scrimmage with them on August the 4th at the Bond Secure Washington Redskins Training Center. If you're not familiar, it's on the corner of DMV Drive and Broad.
Okay.
I would love for you to come. Maybe we'll have a little Johnny Rockets at 8 o'clock in the morning. A little chicken fingers and French fries at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I do like Johnny Rockets.
I do too.
Don't like the Redskins, but like Johnny Rockets.
I like Johnny Rockets.
I keep saying, like, people keep trying to get me to go out
You
there.
should go.
No, man, it's just
Come on,
that.
field trip.
I understand that, but
I know.
His heart is in Philly, man.
I know his heart is in Philly.
And I have to, as I keep growing, I need to place myself away from hostile situations.
And you're not going to be in hostile unless you're going to be like LeBron. You're going to create a hostile environment. They're going to not let, even though you're going to be in the sea of burgundy and gold, I know you're going to have your moments.
My green, white, my jade.
But as long as I think you'd be fine. Cowboys is the one where they really get it, and they don't care.
And they were voted, America's best fans or something like that?
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know.
The best fans watch the Redskins.
And you're probably right, because I can't picture another team that can go 4-12 and still sell out every stadium, every game. It's uncanny.
It's a tradition. It is a tradition.
But they go 4-12, 3-13 and sell out. Like that's amazing. They have people crazy enough to buy a ticket to watch them lose.
They're probably cheap enough too.
No, it's not a cheap ticket. No, everything down there is really complicated. So trust me, if you there, you dealing with a lot of bleep. I mean, when it comes to traffic, when it comes to parking, when it comes to the Beltway traffic is a nightmare.
Yep.
I'm like, man, this can't be life.
But I'll be up there for week 4, definitely.
I'm gonna try to get up there. I want to get there for week 2 when we play the Rams. I'm gonna try to get there one of these
They're gonna bring
days.
all 11 guys out for the coin toss again.
Come on, man. You got wrong, man. I can't believe they did that. Man. That's so whack, man.
And then the rest of it, I didn't know what they were doing.
Man, you know they were doing that. When I first seen that, I was like, yo, this is whack. Because when I seen Michael Brockers first, and I was like, oh, damn.
That's like the only couple players that's really like panning out for the Rams. For real. Like, dumb.
Yeah. But then you even look at the other guys that they've got in between trades for that. Like, you look at Janoris Jenkins. I mean, it's a lot of guys. Tavon Austin.
Yeah.
He ain't panning out, though.
Tavon Austin beastie, though.
The thing about it, he's like one of those pieces. He's not the main. They want him to be the main guy. And it's not
and he's not. I mean, yeah. So what we're going to do, this wraps up this week's Couch Coach Live. And we'll catch you on the next go-around. This is Couch Coach Live.